Today is a great day, and I've waited for it for 52 years. All of us, all of you, have had to endure the inappropriate comments because you trusted in the Onion and me. Two things. The first is that a German newspaper has come out announcing my participation in another congress in Graz. We are also participating in a congress in Switzerland in a big city in a few days, but I don't remember exactly what city, but that's the detail. Let's get to the important stuff. We announced that we can realize our idea of offering the generator in combination with a house through agreements with large chains of construction companies around the world. We can offer houses with built-in generator that will be the future way of living, self-sufficient houses, that is. Man has a house, a shelter, and therefore everything he needs. This is a spectacular success. We have now, after weeks of negotiations, achieved two things that I did not inform you about until now, before we had the agreement. We have an order to manufacture hundreds of thousands of our Libertad 1 small generators, and we have also reached an agreement to launch the large generators FK, Faraday Kepler with gravitational magnetic coupling, and GIM, generator with module interaction and rotating components worldwide. China, India, USA, Germany, etc. At this moment we have an agreement to deliver almost 300,000 Libertad, specifically 280,000 units to the USA for only one site to be visited. Apart from that, we have sold thousands and thousands of Libertads to Africa through our Arab intermediaries, China and India, not only in combination with houses but also the generators by themselves, and also the big generators with 200 or 500 megawatts. The big generators with thousands of megawatts are made of modular units connected in parallel to power communication networks and cities. But to power vehicles like cars, ships and airplanes, the Faraday Kepler generators and the GIMs are less suitable because of the large diameter. But they are suitable for the big applications, and we are making deals with the biggest companies you can imagine. But I will give you names and everything in 2 weeks. I'm leaving Barcelona tomorrow for security reasons, and I can't tell you where, and I'll be 1 week in one place and then the other week I'll be in another place to close these deals. These supply agreements that we have made now, as those of you who know a little about project planning and business planning, require thousands and thousands of kilos of electronic materials and metals and hundreds of engineers and thousands of workers for the hundreds of thousands of pieces of equipment that we are talking about here. We ourselves now have a factory here in Spain with 15,000 square meters, and in another place in the world there are other factories with a total of several thousand engineers and about 150,000 workers. You understand correctly, there already exist thousands of engineers and hundreds of thousands of workers, as well as a large amount of demand in addition to the order of 280,000 small generators for the United States. Within 2 weeks we will tell you where our factory is, and you can go and see it, and you will see how the Libertads and so on are made. And I can't leave without saying something, although it may not be very professional and very businesslike. Towards the people who have not exactly welcomed or supported us with open arms, I feel something like satisfied revenge, although that is not my way, and I know that yours either, but as they say, he who comes last has it easiest. I'm a little excited because just hours ago I closed the deals with those who work directly with me here in Spain, from India, Argentina, because we have achieved something big under these circumstances. We now have our own factory with 13,000 square meters, but no sooner have we achieved that than we have outgrown it and the factory is too small, but we are already looking at another hall with another 40,000 square meters that is available nearby, but I can tell you more in 2 weeks. I will tell you where the factory is located, and you will probably meet me there. You will be surprised at how spectacular the factory is. Along with the worldwide factories, the orders and the way we finance our factories, the amount of engineers and workers that we have everything we need, our company is worth a little more today than it was then. Obviously, if there's a technician or engineer amongst you, don't talk to me today, wait 3 weeks. We have thousands of engineers, but we have room for, let's say, 8 to 10,000 of you. So here in Barcelona or wherever else you are, even if you want to support us legally and offer us land, now is obviously not the right time. I'm happier than I was at Easter, which you can imagine. It took us weeks to make these arrangements. I can hardly breathe. I repeat, we now have a factory of 13,000 square meters here in Spain, but soon some more in other places, like in Germany, from a big German company whose name was recommended to us, who made us an offer. Okay, at the moment it is not sure yet. Then you can also see the production of the generators and so on. Our partners are our brothers and friends, because you have made it possible for us that this project is finally big enough so that we can do what we always wanted to do, to give people a human life with humanity for humanity. And all of you who believe that onion is just a way to fool you don't know me and don't know that I'm incapable of committing such bestiality, especially at my age. People, by God, I don't want to be the richest man in the cemetery. Those of you, friends, who thought that were wrong 99.999% of the time we are dealing with con artists. But I'm different. I'm Andreu. With me there is 0.000% fraud, and I do not derive satisfaction from causing any suffering for anyone. Friends, now we say that we have won. Now we have the pleasant problem of finding a place where we can produce with our partner company, which needs more locations, because I think we need to deliver the almost 300,000 Libertats only for the USA in a time of maximum 2 years. These are for a beautiful place in the USA where 280,000 houses are to be built, and I will inform you in a few days where. But in addition, we also have orders in Algeria, Vietnam, China, Europe, and wherever you can think of. In Spain, if you ask, nothing yet. A plot of land, what I provide, and 3 other plots of land that I have been offered to us, gives us the possibility to build 4 houses with the Libertad generators, nothing more so far. But I repeat, we have 13,000 square meters here and soon 40,000 square meters more. Before there was a lack of everything. Now we can produce 300,000 Libertads, but we have also planned the production of the FK and GIM generators, with the small ones providing 200 megawatts and the big ones 500 megawatts. These are large units per megawatt, 2 cubic meters of space required. But that's something else, a different story that we'll talk about in a few years. We don't need to talk about that now. Right now it's 13,000 square meters with more than 1,000 engineers and 150,000 production workers, 300,000 orders, 280,000 of which are from the US alone. We also have an almost certain commitment in Colombia to build luxury homes with the builders there, which we can do, and our friends from Bolivia are coming soon. But they also have to wait 2 weeks until our meetings so we can get Bolivia involved, just like with India and China. We have the factory, an impressive factory, which has cost us a lot of effort, and I can say that here a very important scientist from Spain and a very good friend of mine has intervened. Come and you will see. In 2 weeks we will have the factory fully equipped and you can come and see this open. Last year we had a party, a meeting and a dinner to celebrate the founding of Onion Procast. I think we will repeat something similar this year after the summer, because now it's vacation. And I'm exhausted, and you probably have already made plans more or less. But towards September, before Christmas, we can have a big event in the factory and around the factory or in a suitable other factory, because we will have many with us, a few thousand engineers, 1,500 or 2,000 here that we have at the moment, and in the other factories that we have in other parts of the world, to celebrate the Libertads as the liberation of the people. But for the production of 300,000 Libertads, just the Libertads within a year and a half, that's the deadline. We already need enormous capacity from Germany manufacturing to ensure the orders of all the other Libertads. The first Libertads are already half finished and we will install them, and then you can come and see them. May feel hugged tightly and see you in 15 days from now.